Y'all really about to irritate me being weird though. Like what? Y'all about to really irritate me being weird. Just weird. How am I missing? And I'm pregnant. Let me know how that go. How am I missing and I'm pregnant? Got a whole belly out here. Let me know. And then, who are you? How are you gonna post about me being missing? You don't even know me. And then your caption sounds retarded. Would this be true? Would this be something if this was true? Nigga, why are you posting people talking about they're missing if you don't even know if they missing with a cabinet next to their name when there's people actually out here missing, really got their lives on the line, really people out here looking for them and all type. That's weird. That's weird. Like, that's really weird. And that really make me want to make him get touched because don't play with nobody's life like that. You don't even know me, for real. Don't play with my life like that, for one. And for
okay, now this is the Facebook upload of the lady in the video, the photo that was used that people linked with her that actually is an article that stated, you know, at the age of 17 that she was actually missing. Okay. Now, facts. Now, this is the video with her debunking what people are saying in reference to Wayfair.
I ain't crazy with this one. Talking about I'm missing. What? I'm missing. I'm missing. I've been in a hospital. What are y'all talking about? Been in a hospital. Talking about I'm missing. Y'all weird. Y'all so weird. You don't even know me. How am I? But I'm missing though. Like, y'all so... This is so fried. Like, this is the most friedest thing I've seen. Y'all know how many people is actually missing? How many people, family members, really looking for them, though? How many people, family members, really looking for them? And y'all talking about I'm missing with a cabinet next to my name? Don't ever play with my mom's feelings like that. Don't play with my mom like that. That's not even funny. Like, what? Like, what?
Now, everything that she's saying about her being missing, I can understand what she's saying. But to a degree, I don't believe what she's saying, right? Because the lady, the child rather, Samaya George, that you're looking at right here, that's missing, which now we have an even greater connectivity to Wayfair. And I'm going to give you a few examples. Aside from on what this Samaya right here, Samaya Mumin, is actually saying right here, this lady, Samaya George, this child, Samaya George, is still missing, y'all. Now, peep game.
They sent a message out talking about they finna start kidnapping black men and black little girls. Y'all didn't want to share that, though. Y'all didn't want to share that.
Okay, so now we're talking about all of the stuff that's being shared on social media, all the stuff that's going on with Wayfair. There's a lot of people that have made, you know, somewhat of allegations about some things or whatever, right? But you already know with the Make It Make Sense network, man, we're going to go ahead and make some sense up out of this thing right here. I got some undeniable proof with a lot of this stuff that's going on right now, just by the books that was actually placed on the shelves on the Wayfair site when the shelves were being sold. I want you to pay attention to these books that's on the damn Wayfair site. Now, I've been trolling like hell. I've been going all the way through Twitter. I've been seeing people posting videos and stuff, right? But out of all of the damn people that's done posted some stuff now, there's a guy that's actually doing forensics on the photos. Now, I want you to see exactly what he done found in reference to all of these damn photos that are on these sites. Peep game now. Unreal.
We Jesus here. This circulated the internet for a while. You could tell here that Jesus is fake. You see that? Obviously, Jesus doesn't appear on weed. All the drugs I've ever done in my entire life, I've never had Jesus appear on the drug, maybe in my visions, but not on the drug. So that is Photoshopped. You guys get the point? Good. Okay, now we go to photo forensics and we look at the bookcase. This is very, very strange, all right? So if we look at the picture in the middle, the Haitian friends, notice it's all black, which means there is a real picture frame there. But notice where it is white, over Haitian and over friends, which means this said something else. And they intentionally put Haitian friends on Wayfair, and we know Haiti's a sex trafficking capital. You can see the books up here. Bloody Harvest was not the book that was there. They chose to write that stuff in. They chose to write in the book above it. So you guys need to research this book above it, the Justice, I can't read right now. I'm reading through the phone. It's too small. And the Eiffel Tower, all right? To justice.com or whatever the hell it is. Now the interesting thing here, I went to Amazon and I wrote in Bloody Harvest, killing of, okay, which is clearly noted on the book here. Bloody Harvest says killing of something, and I couldn't make it out. So I went to Amazon and boom, it pops right up. What do you know? Bloody Harvest, killing of Falun Gong for their organs. That is what Wayfair decided to put on the bookshelf of any book in the world that they could feature. This wasn't just on there. This was featured on that bookshelf, wherever the hell it is. I don't know where I went with it, but it's featured on the bookshelf, which is insane. That is ridiculous. Now, the biggest thing here is it's $901. When the hell is a paperback book $901 and there's only one left in stock? Okay. What this tells me, just doing simple logic here, if we're talking about kids that are being sold for $10,000 a pop, and this is an organ harvesting book, this would lead me to believe that for $900, they're probably buying an organ or two on here. Now, you guys may think I'm nuts, but debunk me, I dare you. This is all adding up, way too clean. If you see the stuff that they found on the internet under this Wayfair hashtag, things tying to Tom Hanks, things tying to...
Now, you see this, right? Do you see this? Do you see the correlation between all of this? Now that we're talking about Wayfair, okay? That's right. Like I say, there's undeniable proof with a lot of this stuff that's going on. And we're going to go even deeper within the matrix discussing Wayfair. But I have a few things that I got to bring to your attention, yo. I got to bring it to your attention, man. Because these people are doing the most out here. And like I say, when I first heard of this, the first thing that I thought about was human trafficking, child abductions, child exploitation, child sex crimes, crimes against the abducted, you feel me? Crimes against the innocent, etc., etc. All of this stuff was stuff that I was thinking about. So like I said, we're going to start out with Samaya, because Samaya made an attempt in order to debunk us all and say, hey, I'm not missing, no one's missing, etc., etc. But like I say, we got reason to believe, right? We got reason to believe, man, that it's a hell of a lot deeper than that right there, especially dealing with Wayfair. Like I say, it's just too many coincidences right now. And like I say, even when the video was filmed, when the video was recorded, you got people that went so hard in the paint that was even able to prove. Like I say, this child right here, Samaya George, this child, Samaya George, is still missing from Garfield Heights. Now, I want you to peep game with all of this stuff right here. I want you to check out the distractions, right? And I want you to check out what these people are doing right now. Now, being that this child is missing, this is the lady that you just seen, right? That uploaded the video that was talking about that missing report. And that missing report was in 2017. But look, right? Even when she's recording it, somebody's standing right there. Like somebody's even coaching her on to a degree. Now, I'm going to show you how deep that this goes, right? Now, she went on in the video to talk about, you know, that she was pregnant and stuff, and that just could not be her. Now, in the bottom left corner, there's another thing that sticks out to me. And as I've said from the beginning, one of the things that have connected with ties, a lot of these things actually deal with astrology. This is the Samaya that made the video right here. You see this, right? Got a whole nother person up in the room with her. Now, she's giving her testimony. She's supposed to be upset. One thing about it, when she's supposed to have been upset, I didn't hear anybody in the background. That's one damn thing. And like I say, this is her, you know, stunting on various pictures and stuff, you know, showing off whatever. You know, now she's saying that she's pregnant or whatnot, right? She showed off, you know, the baby bump, and she got, you know, a few other videos that's on her page as well. Now, as I look through all of this stuff, right, and I connected it together, I found this profile on Twitter, this lady named Samay. And Samay was saying that Wayfair, you know, and the way that they're spelling it, okay, now I want you to peep game, because it's trending like hell, told his colleague that he shared it on Twitter. There's a category with all of these books, all of the books that you see on the website, the shelves, those books that you see, all of them are up under a category that's called platinum. Now check out Sarah Romano. She's an assistant professor of social services, right? Well, social sciences and social sciences. That's her number in the whole damn nine, right? Now peep game with this, right? Because this is from, you know what I mean, the hashtag going through the algorithm with Sarah. Now, we've been saying for years, we don't think that these grave, sickening events will come to an end before the death penalty comes back, ultra saluni, and then you got pedophilia. which is like pedophilia, so to say, to a degree. Now look at this. Look at this now. Through these hashtags and these hashtags alone, we got to even ask ourselves, why are 50-year-old men hanging out with 17-year-old girls? And what happens when, he travels with a lot of girls on his private plane? See, a lot of this stuff now is coming out with people that actually work there. And this book right here, most notably, which in fact was on the shelf of, one of the categories, on one of the shelves, you see this book right here that's called Bone Gap. Peep out Bone Gap. Now, everyone knows Bone Gap is full of gaps to trip you up, gaps to slide you through and disappear forever. So when young, beautiful Rosa went missing, the people of Bone Gap were surprised. After all, it wasn't the first time that someone had slipped away and left Finn and Sean O'Sullivan on their own. Just a few years before, their mother had hightailed to it in Oregon for a brand new guy, a brand new life. That's just how things go, to people said. Finn knows, right? That's not what happened with Rosa. He knows that she was kidnapped, ripped from the cornfields by a dangerous man whose face he cannot remember. But the searchers turned up nothing, and no one believes him anymore. Not even Sean, who has reason to find Rosa than anyone and every reason to blame Finn for letting her go. Now, this book by Laura Ruby that's called Bone Gap, you got to ask yourself why Bone Gap would even be sitting on the damn shelf of these shelves that they're actually selling. This pressed wood that's at Wayfair. Think about it. Think about it within itself, guys. Now, the FCJFS community service employees, as I stated, Sarah Romano, recently won BW3 wings for a year in the United Wayfair share drawing. Okay? That's exactly who she is. You see how it's all connected together, right? Now, these people right here, Trendy Y'all. You ever heard of Trendy Y'all? You ever heard of that before? Trendy Y'all? This is another site where you can buy stuff off of, buy clothes and stuff, you feel me? Similar to Wayfair. Peep game with Trendy Y'all. Now, peep game. It's saying that they're just kids, okay? It is not your rejuvenating cream that is a commodity that you can earn income. It's not an item. When we say humanity, where's humanity? Where's the state? Look at who, look who has these offspring and the way that they're torturing them. Now look at these children at the bottom of the stream right here. You see the connectivity with all of this stuff right now from Wayfair and Wayfair alone. Of course, we see the people that are on the board. Of course, we see the people that are connected, right? But when we have these posters right here that people done screenshotted, people done found, stuff like this Bungalow Rose with Elena, that Turkish site, Trendy Y'all, I want y'all to peep game, right? I went through the translation because I don't speak Turkish. But my question would be, why would Lady Gaga, out of all people, why would she be following Trendy Y'all? Think about it, family. Think about the music industry. Think about these entertainers. Think about how people are disappeared. People that go to shows never heard from again. Peep game now with a capital G. Now, this is one of the images that was actually on that site. As horrific as of on what this image is on that damn site. Now, Frederick Walker, it just so happens, ironically, that's 26. He of Barnesville. He facing counts of narcotic possession, misdemeanor obstruction, and pimping. Now, why would he be in the algorithms? Okay. Now, we're going to get back to Ryder, but I want to show you this, right? I'm going to show you Elena as well, because Elena came from there. But that book, what I was just discussing, there's another book. You see on this Wayfair.com furniture, I want you to pay attention to this book called Bloody Harvest, because we're going right back. See that book right there from the video that I was playing a little earlier when the guy was talking about Bloody Harvest and stuff like that or whatever? Now peep game with Sarah, the assistant professor of political science and global studies in social science division. Her research in Nicaragua and the U.S. examines how societal actors engage in environmental management and decision making, with an emphasis on state-society relations and new forms of political engagement and public policy processes. Did you hear that right there? She teaches in the areas of Latin America politics, international relations, social movements, globalization, politics of developing states, and environmental politics and policies. You peeping game, right? You see who these people are, right? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I'm just peeping the game with all this. Now, Trendyol within itself, right? This is a mobile commerce company. They out of Turkey. So can you see what a majority of the children are going to now? Shopping on Trendyol is available for desktop, mobile, and for the web applications and stuff like that or whatever. See, this is another site right here. This is a sister site. This is a sister Wayfair site. But hold on. It get better though, y'all. It get better because I just thought about this, right? I need to bring y'all in full circle with this thing for a second. Hold on. I want y'all to see this video. This is an actual advertisement. Oh my goodness, man. This is terrible, man. And I'm gonna let you see what Wayfair got going on, man. Like, these people are bugged out. These people are bugged all the way out. Now, I'm going to start from the beginning. And I'm going to let you see ironic from these videos, you know what I'm saying, that all of this stuff is right now, if you haven't heard anything about Wayfair. Because like I say, I've seen Walmart commercials and stuff like that or whatever. I've seen Walmart commercials. I've seen Target commercials. I've seen a lot of commercials, you know what I'm saying, on TV and stuff like that. But Wayfair, like I say, they're an online retailer. It's kind of stranger than a motherfucker that they'll start off they damn commercial with some children. Now, listen to what the children are actually saying on this commercial right here. This what really crushed me right here, man. Big game with all this shit, man. This is Wayfair, y'all. Wayfair.
I just love having my friends round at Christmas, and I want to make sure my house looks great. That's why I go to wayfair.co.uk. I can find everything I need for my home. It's my new favourite website. Ooh, I like that one. It's real wood. And the delivery's free. Over there, please. So when it's things for the home I'm after, it's wayfair.co.uk for me. Can you pass the next prize?
Visit wayfair.co.uk.
See that right? See that right? Why they got them kids on there like that? See what I'm saying? UK. This is Wayfair. Look at in the UK. Do y'all see where they going with this thing? They already got the kids souped up and everything, man, dealing with Wayfair, man. That's why we got to stay on them. But nah, that's not the only one. No, that's not the only one. I actually found another commercial from Wayfair, and it just so happened that this one has children in it as well. But this one right here, you're gonna want to screen record this one right here. You're gonna want to screen record this one. Because this one, ironically, actually shows, it illustrates and depicts children that are being shipped by Wayfair, ironically. Oh my, this is beyond damn crazy, man. Now check this out, y'all. Look at this little short commercial right here. This is how they throw stuff in here, man, when you ain't paying attention or whatever. But we pay attention to everything over here, though. Everything. We know.
A moment of joy, a source of inspiration, an act of kindness, a new beginning, some welcome relief, or a cause for celebration. What's inside?
Bam! See that? Look at that! Look at that! Hold on! Let me go back. Look at this stuff, yo. Look what it builds up to. Look what it build up to. Wait. Hold on, y'all. Look at this. Let me run the whole jank back, man. You gotta get this. I want you to feel the whole force and impact of this one, y'all. Look.
A moment of joy, a source of inspiration, an act of kindness, a new beginning, some welcome relief, or a cause for celebration. What's inside? Possibilities. What we deliver.
God, Tomad. What? Are you serious? Are you serious? I say divine esoteric. Are you serious right now? This is what Wayfair doing. And you wonder why that thumbnail look just the way that it do. Man, these people are putting this stuff right in front of your face. Putting it right in front of your damn face. That's right. Subliminalism. Right in front of your damn face. And people are sitting up here now doubting us. They think people are crazy and shit like that or whatever. Man, I'm not the only person that's seeing what the hell is going on with Wayfair. You better open your damn eyes, man. If that ain't subliminalism, I don't know what the hell to tell you. You must be caught up in some colonialism stuff or whatever, man. Yeah, you done been indoctrinated with the wrong science or whatever. You already know how we moving over here, man. Come on, man. Let's push the button, man, and let's go, man. Yeah, more receipts. Let's go, man. More receipts. As you can clearly see on the screen. All right, let's look at these bookcases and stuff like that and all that. Whoop-de-whoop. Now, this is the same bookcases, the shelves that I was talking about earlier. The prices of the shelves as well as the books that are on the shelf. Bloody Harvest. You see, Bloody Harvest? Okay, that's the book that we most definitely will go a hell of a lot more in depth into. But all of these books that it just so happens that's on these shelves, that's advertised, the bookcase, you know, as their statement or whatever. Look how deep within the matrix that this actually go. Look at Bloody Harvest, the killing of Falon, going for their organs. Why is this book on a Wayfair site? And they're actually out here selling furniture and bookshelves and stuff like that or whatever. Are they lying to us? Have they deceived us yet? Are you serious, man? Look at this, man. Oh, let me run it back. Let me run this back, man. Look at this, man. This is beyond damn crazy. Right in front of your damn face. But you can talk about everything else. Right in plain sight. Out here selling our children. Passing it off like they out here selling furniture, y'all. Smash that like button because I know I don't have about 40 haters up in here because my likes ain't looking right. My likes ain't looking right. And you can see it right there. Eiffel Tower sitting on top of the book and the whole damn nine with the Bloody Harvest, okay? Now, who gonna be advertising furniture and stuff like that and carrying on? You feel, come on, man, with the Bloody Harvest. Are you serious? Are y'all, is that how y'all really moving right now? Y'all think we lost? Y'all think we throw it off? So like I say, all that stuff that Samaya was saying a little earlier, man, I can't go for none of that stuff right there. I can't go for none of that stuff right there, man. That's why I told you, man, immediately, man. I had already looked at like she was an agent or provocateur anyway, because it was already stated on the website. I go there in actual time and type it and let you see it your damn self. You don't believe me? It said that her ass was missing. So I don't know what she talking about. I don't know.
Weird. Stop sending me that shit too, cause I'm finna beat all y'all ass. Right? That's weird. That's so weird. Like, y'all is so weird. And to be honest, I don't even know that man. But I don't need nobody to handle no battle for me or none of that. He will most definitely get settled with me. Or a whole, like, I don't need nobody to handle my battles or none of that. We will take that shit up together. Fuck you talking about. Like, y'all really playing crazy. Y'all don't know me. Don't come to this social media shit thinking y'all know motherfucker talking about I'm missing. Y'all sound retarded. Me and my son is fine. We is not missing, honey. We is not missing. We eating good, all that. Like, what is y'all talking about? Being weird. Like, what? I really can't believe y'all really just, and that's so weird because y'all got a whole cabinet next to my name though. Like, what? A whole cabinet next to my name. That's so weird. Like, that is the weirdest thing I've ever even seen. Like, what? And the fact that I'm telling him that it's not, he need to take that shit down because this motherfucker's actually missing. Like, that's fake as fuck. And this motherfucker's actually missing. He think it's an argument. It's no argument. There's nothing to talk about. Take that shit down, period, point blank. You false claiming, like, you're entertaining false entertainment, false news. That's weird. That's weird. That's mad weird. The fuck? That is weird as fuck.
Now, by everything that she's saying, and she's saying that it's weird, she's upset because of what's going on social media and stuff like that or whatever. I don't think at once that she's even visited the possibility that this could be a script within a script, a psyop within a psyop, to tell you the damn truth. I don't think that she's ever looked at it like that, yo. And if you haven't looked at it like that, hey, yo, like I'm telling you, man, yo, you got another damn thing coming, yo. We're gonna go to that book right now. I got to give you that work on that book. Yeah, because they done already tried to flip the script out here. And we already got the receipts that's in. We got the receipts that's in. Let me see which one of them that had that name of that book. Was it the Bloody Harvest? I'm not okay. Matter of fact, it was the Bone Gap. That's the one that it was. That's the video. That's right, the Bone Gap. Now I'm gonna give you an excerpt of what Bone Gap is actually about. Yeah, and hold on, I'm gonna make sure that you can see exactly what I'm talking about as well, because I want you to really think about the possibility of all of this. I want you to look at the correlation between all of this as well. Now, this is the book right here, Bone Gap. This is Bone Gap. Now, on Bone Gap, you know, it's by an author that's named Laura Ruby. Now, listen to this right here. This is what the book is about right here. This is Bone Gap.
Harper Audio presents Bone Gap by Laura Ruby. Performed by Dan Bittner.
Tell me if this ain't
part
weird.
About living in a small town is that when you don't know what you're doing, someone else does. Anonymous. The people of Bone Gap. The people of Bone Gap called Finn a lot of things, but none of them was his name. When he was little, they called him Spaceman, Sidetrack, Moonface, You. As he got older, they called him Pretty Boy, Loner, Brother, Dude. But whatever they called him fondly. Despite his odd expressions, his strange distraction, and that annoying way he had of creeping up on a person, they knew him as well as they knew anyone, as well as they knew themselves. They knew him like they knew that old Charlie Valentine preferred his chickens to his great-grandchildren, and sometimes let them roost in the house. The chickens, not the children. The way they knew that the Cordero family had a ghost that liked to rifle through the fridge at night. The way they knew that Priscilla Willis, the beekeeper's homely daughter, had a sting worse than any bee. The way they knew that Bone Gap had gaps just wide enough for people to slip through or slip away, leaving only their stories behind. As for Finn, well, they thought he was a little weird, but that was okay with them. Yeah, that boy's nuttier than a honey cluster, they might say, but he's a...
Now, this book right here, which you're actually listening to a sample from the audio book of Bone Gap, one of the things that I wanted you to pay attention to was on how that people actually slip away, how people are actually disappeared, and on how people are never heard from again. Now, it's quite ironic that that book, out of all damn books, would actually be on the shelf. Bone Gap. You feel what I'm saying? Like, this makes like absolutely no sense whatsoever for them to actually be advertising a product with a book that actually, you know what I'm saying, the synopsis of the book actually deals with a kidnapping that took place. They got videos of children on Wayfair. And you think that this is not something that we all should be paying attention to? Man, this is the strangest stuff that I've seen thus far. And these people want us to think that we're crazy. These people actually have now used what I think and I believe, which was a story. I think that they've concocted a story just to try to throw us off so we wouldn't have any additional leads in reference to people, in reference to children who in fact are actually missing. Now, I'm going to show you another thing that's beyond damn ironic. You remember when I told you about the guy whose name is Frederick Walker, right? When I told you about the guy named Frederick Walker, I want you to weigh in on this for a minute, right? Now, peep game. I ain't gonna say nothing, man. I don't want y'all to see this. Look at this. When he was arrested, do you see this stuff right here? You see this stuff? Look at the t-shirt he got on. So you think I'm tripping? So he get arrested for human trafficking, narcotics, in a ring bus, you know, with a local man. Now, say on his charges that he was pimping the stuff, right? So if he pimping the stuff, if you pimping, that's your motherfucking business. But you pimping and stuff, and you got on a Wayfair t-shirt, that's kind of strange to me, to tell you the damn truth. A 26-year-old Barnesville man arrested along with other people as well. Why would he have on a damn Wayfair t-shirt, family? Think about this, y'all. Think about it. Think about these signs and symbolisms. Think about what they actually put out to the media. Why did they hold other things back, y'all? They hold a lot of stuff back throughout the damn media, right? They hold a lot of it back. Just like this article right here. I don't even know if this is trending right now. But yeah, there he go. You know what I'm saying? Within the lineup and stuff. 24 arrested in a metro Atlanta prostitution ring. Human trafficking. The victim was rescued. You see his ass down there at the bottom in the corner right there. See, they ain't made no mention about none of this. Ain't made no mention of none of this. But I just showed you what kind of t-shirt he had on. Had on the whole live Wayfair t-shirt. Why they ain't talking about that? So now, what are people trying to do? Are they trying to disappear Wayfair up out of the media type of shit or whatever? No, man, that's not what we gonna do. That's not what we gonna do. No way. It's too much going on right now. And then I'm gonna get to this article as well, but I gotta show you this because there's a lot of stuff that's going on. While the Wayfair stuff is going on, this is why you don't hear about stories like this right here. 3 actually charged in the rape of a 15-year-old that was filmed, posted online. This is what the police say. You see this stuff? See, this comes throughout the algorithm when you're looking up stuff about Wayfair, you see. But I think that this should make media news, right? This should be booming right now. I feel like every station should be talking about this right now. So y'all whole live filming people. What y'all doing? Sodomizing people and stuff like that or whatever? And if in fact, if that is what you're doing, who made that cool? Who said that that was all right? Who authorized that stuff right there? I'm lost within the sauce right now at this point right here, yo. Who authorized any of this stuff? So this is what y'all doing. Y'all tying folks up and stuff like that or whatever. So all 3 people are actually charged in connection to this stuff right here. You will not believe this stuff that is going on right now, man. Look at this, yo. This is bugged out. So the 3 people have been charged in the rape of a 15-year-old that was filmed and reportedly posted on Snapchat, authorities say. The sexual assault occurred in late May at a shopping center in Newnan, police said. According to the investigators, the victim went to Ashley Park with the 17-year-old Aaliyah Elise Garrison. When they arrived, they reportedly met the 20-year-old Damari Stevens Gums, 18-year-old Miguel Angel Holloway, Ballet. Newnan police said. Now you see this stuff? This is where it took place out there in Ashley Park in Newnan, Georgia. Right here, of course, they will have the video, the physical. They're gonna put all that out there and stuff. Now, the victim was given alcohol and allegedly assaulted by Gums and Ballet twice, once in the office building and later inside a parked car. Authorities said Garrison is accused of filming the alleged assault and sharing the video with someone on Snapchat. The rape investigation began with the 15-year-old told her mother about the encounter, and she reported it to the police, authorities said. All 3 suspects were arrested last week. Ballet, Gums each face, peep this now, they each face 1 count of rape and 1 count of child sexual exploitation. The police said they remain held at the Coweta County Jail without bond. Online records show. You see this stuff that's going on? Why wouldn't this be a trending topic? You see, all the way down the rabbit hole, dealing with Wayfair. See how far we done got? See how far we done got thus far? I know. I already know. But this is just part 2. And like I said, we're going to keep on banging out on it. We're going to keep on doing this research, and we're going to keep on bringing it to the square whenever that we have any information, any additional information in reference to Wayfair. You already know at this time right now, it's at that portion of the show. And for anybody that want to speak, anybody that want to add on anything that they heard within the confines of this upload, I'm gonna go ahead and then drop the link for anybody that want to chime in, tap in. You got anything to say, any information or whatever, most definitely feel free to bring it to the panel, and we can go ahead and then chop it up. Because like I said, we're not done with Wayfair, nor are we done with these private and these secret organizations who we have reason to believe. And there's various information that's pointing back to them that's showing that they're into some pretty shady behavior. That's right, because our children are missing. There's no accountability. And despite all of these hashtags, people marching and showing up, with assault rifles and stuff, right, we're still not getting down to the root of the problem and who the people are, in fact, that are problematic, because now it's taking place online, which makes it far more easier for a person to actually get their hands, on some physical, breathing material, that they might want to do some disagreeable, some old crazy stuff with. We got to be alarmed. We got to be aware, and we have to stay on point. If we don't share this information, we might have someone else that may be subject to this type of cruel and unusual punishment, because I'm sure that there's plenty of people that's done been lost in the sauce. And from the websites that I was talking about the other day, I'm going to show you a few of them now that I actually found, that I actually uncovered. We're going to look at a few of these Jim Janks, and I'm going to show you what's going on with women that have disappeared, as well as with women that are in third world countries that are subject, to some of the most cruel and unusual type of damn behavior. And they call it a damn job. Co-host, what's good with it? What's going on?
What's up? What's good, everybody? I seen that story in Noonan. And I'm thinking, like, first of all, Coweta County ain't no joke. Like, I don't even know what they doing out there. And that's just like, it's like one of those counties you kind of try to stay away from. Because they still, how can I say this? They think they still back in the 50s.
Right.
And 40s. So, but are you saying that it might be part of this, what you're talking about?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. All of it is connected. All of it is interlinked. And which I showed the guy that was arrested. They didn't just randomly handpick and select him to be a human trafficker or a sex exploitator. And one thing that I pointed out was that he had on a Wayfair t-shirt.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. And you know what? I've been going over some things. Matter of fact, lately, since you started talking about it with my daughter and her friends, I'm like, y'all at that age, and y'all got to watch out. But my daughter just got her carry license. So, I gifted her, a weapon. So, she already know how to shoot. She's been shooting for a long time. We go to the gun range. But, I just told you, I was telling her, you remember when you were talking about the zip ties on the doors and stuff?
Right.
Yeah, I was telling her how to watch all that. But this is crazy. And you know what? I've never ordered from Wayfair ever. But one, I thought it was too expensive. And there's something creepy about it. I have not ordered one thing from them. It was just something about it. I don't know. And it's weird that you're saying this now. I mean, that this is coming up. And you best believe they're going to try to throw you off some kind of way.
Yeah, I think the Samaya girl and her video was definitely a throw off within itself. Because whether you know it or not, when I spoke about mail-in brokers and how they get your information and stuff, and they start, you start getting different stuff within the ad of the Sunday paper, that you may be interested in. It's people that are able to actually pinpoint people in the exact same damn way. You see, throwing them stuff throughout their algorithm searches on social media that may even bring them in, lure them in, and then get them closer. And like I say, with all of this information with Wayfair and them shipping out materials that we definitely see the objects are at the size that small children or small teens can actually fit into, man, this right here definitely has to get media attention, man. This ain't something that just supposed to say that is supposed to be a trending topic for a day or two, because there's too much stuff that's coming out of this. Like I say, that guy that just got charged along with those other people, doing the prostitution and pimping and whatever. Man, I don't think it's ironic that he gonna have on a damn Wayfair t-shirt, yo.
Right. Just all of a sudden you got a Wayfair, and then I don't even know if there's a hub here for Wayfair. So
Right, and I'm gonna give you an example. Let's say, for instance, you was a truck driver, and you actually dropped off some stuff for Nabisco, and when you got there, they said, "Well, here, you can have this," and it's an unopened box of a wholesale value with about 24 Nabisco cookies in there, whatever type that you like.
Right.
And at the same time, they give you that, and they give you a t-shirt because you are the truck driver. That's how I think. Ain't nobody gonna just be having no damn Wayfair t-shirt on. You smoke Newports, you ain't got no damn Newport t-shirt on.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So, and then it's just getting so bad here. It's like you said, they distracting us with all this other stuff, like with the protests and all this other kind of stuff. And in the meanwhile, they snatching these kids up like hot potato, like French fries. I don't know what it's crazy. And I think I'm so glad that people like you, because I just don't never think to look up stuff like that. I knew something was weird about Wayfair, and that's why I never ordered from there. And besides them being too expensive for me, I'm just like, I'm hoping y'all don't find something on Amazon next. Oh my God, I might hit the ground.
Well, that's the thing. When we're looking at these conglomerates, I'm thinking that there are people that have studied the game, just like any other business. Just like when New Era came out with fitted hats, it was some people before them that made fitted hats, like Game with the G on the back of it. They probably studied the patent of it and said, hey, let's try to freak us a hat, that's washable, non-resist, that's resistant, to about 80,000 washes or whatever. Let's put out that type of hat too and charge about 25 or 30 bucks or whatever. In the same sense, there's other websites, ordering sites, that you can get products from. I wouldn't doubt, without a shadow of a doubt, that they have taken on some of the same strategies that have been used by these major companies now that we know of, like Wayfair. That's how even more people are getting away with this stuff right now. You see, there's going to be even more people that's going to fall. I'm telling you, man, it's going to be some other stuff that's going to fall out the sky. Because on Twitter, I'm telling you, damn near every 6 minutes is something that's going on. Somebody is looking, somebody's searching, and they ain't just trolling for content. They trolling, trying to find the people that's behind actually abducting our children, y'all.
This is crazy. I know. I feel sorry for, like the new parents, the people that's just now, starting to raise their kids and this, and it's like now, I mean, it's probably, I'm pretty sure it's been around, that way for a long time. But like you said, now that they got social media, like we were speaking about, whenever you and I were talking about it on here, and you were saying, no, the web is making it easier for them to get your kids now. And I see how. Just like that damn commercial. How old is that commercial?
Yo, that commercial, it's not that old. Wow. It's not that old. And the reason why I say it's not that old, because the person that posted it on Twitter, I can go to it right now and show you. Like, they just posted that Jim Jank, man, like, I think it was like 6 hours when I got it, when I ran through the feed, because I was going through the whole algorithm for about 2 hours this morning, and I seen it, and I was like, damn. And it's ironic, the person that posted it, because it actually has an illustration that depicts children actually being shipped in a box. That's why at the end of the video, the child's head surfaced out of the box, like a jack in a box, so to say. That's not a good look for Wayfair, and it's definitely not a good look for Wayfair to actually have children starting off initial videos talking about how great that the site is. I don't think anybody in my chat, children are, under the age of, 15, so to say, that's online ordering products and stuff. Come on, man.
Right. But they are, though. They do. A matter of fact, I'm going to call my sister when we get off of here because, they got them kids, per se kid credit cards now, debit cards, where you put money on your kid card and they online ordering shit. Like they
Right.
don't ask you for no age or nothing. They online ordering shit. So that's, man, this is crazy.
That's bugged out. That's bugged out. And I actually seen that. Wow, hold on. Hey, yo, it's quite ironic because A Lab said that the lady that's connected with Jeff Epstein, that she was writing on Reddit for years. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because I just got a notification. It's not a notification on that, but it is a notification. So I think I will go ahead and then troll over there for a little bit as well. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and troll over there as well for a minute. And let me see what's going on. Yeah, because I already know, man. Reddit keep that. Reddit had me on that Jim Jank. Reddit was talking about carbonation and world news and everything. I said, good God almighty. I said, blank. Yeah, they had me over there. I was reading for about 3 hours one day. I was like, damn.
What's
It was
Reddit?
right too. Everything that they were saying was right. Every damn thing was right. I was like, damn, how the hell they know all this stuff? You know what I'm
What's
saying? Like
Reddit?
somebody sit back and wrote a whole damn report. I was like, yo, what the world? Yeah, so I think I will go over there and troll for a little bit. If y'all feel like trolling over there, I'm gonna go ahead and mute up for a little bit, Miss Meek. You can continue to add on, or even if you want to do commentary to some of this, I'll show you what's going on Reddit.
What is that? A website? I don't even know what that is. Did somebody just say the Black Lives Matter? One of the leaders just got picked up for sex trafficking. Did I just see that in the comments somewhere? I'm looking for it, but I don't know if that's a troll or they being serious. Hmm. Who said that? I'm trying to find the comment, y'all. Did y'all see that comment? It wouldn't surprise me though, because it's a lot of shit happen when these protests be going on. Charles Wade, leader charged with sex trafficking. Okay, let me see if I can look that up myself and see if it's breaking news. What is that? Is Reddit like Twitter or something? I've never been on there. Let me see, y'all. It's Charles Wade, whatever his name is. And right up, let me see. 6 days ago. Oh, oh wait, this was 2000. This was 2016. That's old. Hmm. Wow. Well, I didn't know anything about that. I'm learning. Yeah, let's say that was 2016. So is he in jail? Or is he still out here trafficking? Because the shit, they don't lock him up, then they just go right back to doing. Look at that. Look at that comment. Reddit account. I've never been on this. I've never been on that.
Yeah, Reddit is dope. Reddit is dope, and Reddit has a lot of blogs. And the blogs that are on Reddit, you know, of course, you can comment like Facebook as well. But a lot of dark webbers actually live on Reddit because they use different IP addresses and make like some of the most all out outlandish ass comments on Reddit. And they also drop links as well that you can click at your own risk. And one thing that I can say about Reddit is the people that write articles on Reddit are people that read a lot, people that do a hell of a lot of research. And Reddit is pretty much like, you know, like their galaxy. That's their own way of Facebook. Like if you are a truther, if you're into conspiracy theories, if you actually go against, you know, on what the media is actually telling you, Reddit is most definitely the place for you to be. Because I found a lot of stuff on Reddit, and not just, you know, the stuff that we're seeing right now, because this is all about Ghislaine Maxwell, who actually was somewhat of the madam to a lot of the young women, a lot of the young teen, you know, female girls that was on, you know, the Jeff Epstein private jet. She was more or less the person, that was showing the women, the young girls what to do, who to suck off, who to sleep with, who had the big time money, who already paid and stuff like that, who wants you in a bikini top, who want the red toenail polish and stuff like that or whatever, all of that stuff, you feel me? And these are all posts on it. There's like thousands of comments. Like this right here is like 917,000 comments right here. Now, when I click on it, now peep game, out of all of these damn comments and stuff or whatever, because I'm telling you, man, like this Jim Jank right here deep. Like I be on this mud like for hours, like just trolling like a motherfucker. You see what I'm saying? See all of the different like the comments and shit or whatever. Like it's so many like different posts, on Reddit. I have to do like a whole live video and show you exactly, how to work it, who to follow, like some of the people, that's posting like stories, like by the second or whatever, because it's interesting, and like I say, man, when you're looking for this information, man, you never can, get too much information, especially when they're out here only telling like a percentage of the story. And I don't know how early that you tuned in, but did you actually see that video that I showed was it a little earlier today that I showed? Hold on. Did I show it? Wait a minute. Let me look at my search bar right quick.
I know I watched the video the video I missed yesterday with the tattoos and stuff, with the tattoo ink and the immunizations and stuff.
Oh yeah, facts. Facts. Oh yeah, facts. That was a powerful video. Like I said, hopefully people share the live stream, because there's definitely information that we want out there. Even if you're in the medical field and you have knowledge of these things, it'll still be helpful, that you hit that share button, especially to like Facebook and other, social media sites, to be able to bring people in that are of like minds, because not everybody are on the same plane. Right. Everybody ain't on the same damn plane. We have to come in here and talk about stuff, that only arrives to certain people, to get people, at times even to tune in. That's why I come on here now and I just try to put this information out, because I know that it's a lot going on. It's hard to keep up with everything that's going on. And like I say, within my spare time, whenever that I do got spare time, I'm going to set up the Jim Jank like this, and we just going to go all the way in. And then, like I say, and if there's people who want to speak that did not get a chance to speak, most definitely hit me up in my DM on Instagram at king_world_2020. For real though. Say, what is a Discord? Somebody says a Discord. What is a Discord chat? What is that?
It's okay. A Discord chat is, it's like you can message. It's like being in this chat, right? Without being live. It's like you can share links. You can add people who you want to add. Like you don't have to add everybody. You have to give them a certain link or whatever. But it's just like having a chat like this, except for anybody that finds information or anything, they could like put the links in, and you can talk anytime today. Like I already got the app downloaded because it's some, a couple of other people that do it already. But you just got to have once you make the Discord. I've never made one. So I don't know how you make it. I just know I downloaded the app and put in a certain thing that the person told me to put in. But it's just another app. I don't know how safe it is. Nothing. I've been, on it for a while. You know,
it don't safe. It don't sound safe.
I mean,
and so you say you just put in all type of information. I'll pass.
No. You can share information, just like somebody found a link to something like what you talking about now. You can go in there and put that link in there, and whoever you got in your chat, it's just like a damn chat, another damn chat. That's all it is, except you don't have to be live. It's like, you can text it or talk in it all day. You can share stories and photos and whatever else. So
yeah,
I don't know.
That sounds great. That sounds great. And I can't help from looking at that comment. You know what I'm saying? That just stated right. And they said, lots of channels be on Discord, but it'd be like some real whole life predators on there as well, because you got to think about. All right, let's say, for instance, somebody said, all right, we're going to give you an area where you can go and shoot your gun at every day, although it's illegal to shoot a gun. But you can come over here and shoot a gun, You ain't got to go to the range, but all y'all can come over here and shoot a gun. You think that's a good idea?
Right. No.
Right. Right. So when it come to that point, just hit my DM with the link. I ain't Discord nothing. Especially if they're saying there's some gamers on Discord. No, I want to let them keep gaming and whatever the hell that they doing, because I already know what that's an arena for. You know, yeah, I know what that's an arena. Like I say, my son, he play the game all day and be on the headphones talking to people and shit I never met. I don't even think he know them. You know, but like I say, there are certain things that even have to be discussed with that type of app and with the level that your child is actually engaged with playing the game, because there may be certain sensitive information that's divulged while on this app that a third party can actually have access to. Vulnerability spots and vulnerability plots within itself are taking place every day with agent provocateurs, but now most notably people that are on social media.
Right. And that's another reason why I got on, because my nephews and all them, you know, they be on it. They had a Discord thing on their game. So, you know, I be all in their business.
I feel you. You have every right. You have every right, for, you know, and rightfully so, you know what I'm saying, to be in a business. You know, that's just not a, I don't think that, I would have to look a little deeper into that. Yeah, man. And I see SMS said that you can discuss topics on there normally that are censored on other platforms like YouTube. I get that. I got a whole lot of private chat for that. You feel, you know what I'm saying? So,
Right. That they don't even have to know about. But yeah, that's all it is. It's just another damn headache, really. I only stay on it, like I said, because my sister them, they just, you know, they give them games as long as they not bothering them. But you know, they just be letting them be all out there, you know, on them games like that. And I told them that's a whole nother world. Like that's a whole world for them kids. You gotta watch what they be doing. And you know, I be one of my nephews, let me see, he's 13 and the other one is 11. And then I got some great nephews that's a little younger that hadn't got into that yet. But I be trying to explain to them. I was like, y'all stop letting them download all these goddamn apps and talking to these people. They don't be talking to kids for real. They be grown ass people.
Right. And that's why I say, you know, that definitely wouldn't be something that I nor my family members would engage in, because I would explain the seriousness and the dangers, the risk that's involved in even downloading an app like that. And of course, we know with all apps now, you have to actually give your permission, you know, for certain things. You have to allow and give permission for your photo use, all of that stuff right there. You see, so we already know that we're being spinal tapped on social media. We don't want to get bust all the way down. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, we don't want to get bust down. And the reason why we don't want to get bust down, because once that we get into the habit of openly divulging and exposing sensitive material, it's a free for all for every damn body, man. Everybody, they gonna run for the hills. If they know you got some sensitive information there, why not try to get into it? Think about it within itself.
Right.
Think about it. You know, children may see it, you know, while playing the game, you know, as being an efficient way to communicate through their headphones while tripping and talking all day or whatever. I've always been the first one to sit back and think about, like, yo, who in the hell else is listening in? You know, like straight up. That's just like when you call your cable provider, and when you call there, they tell you that this call is being recorded for quality and assurance. To assure who? We're only talking on the phone. So they need to record all that. But at the same time, when you're recording all that, but you don't know who the third party is that's listening in. So when you're actually divulging your security password and other sensitive information, you got to think about who can get that and then what they can do with it. That's how I think.
Oh, you see, and since you said that, like I said, the job I retired from. Now, whenever we had to let somebody go, right? You think you can't get into their computer and all the apps that was on their computer? They got your stuff stored. It's another room. It was a room in the building. It's like when you walked in it, you could swear you walking into the White House secret room or something. This is everything they watching. They watching you type as you're typing. They're watching you put your passwords in. So there's nothing you can't hide. Like we had a whole room. I forgot what they called that room, but it was like when I went in, I was like, "Are y'all kidding me?" I was like, "Wow!" So there's nothing secret about what any of us are doing. They watching, especially these kids. They watching these kids.
Oh yeah, that's a fact. And like I say, we have to even monitor not so much as our children, because we know to do that. We have to monitor the things that are actually, being seen by our children. We got to look a little deeper into that, because like I say, that Wayfair commercial and how they actually had the children on the commercial
That's
on a site
crazy.
where you're ordering items that's thousands of dollars. I can't help but to be led, with the idea, that there's some real shady stuff that's going on. And with all of the proof that we done seen thus far, it's hard for anybody not to pay attention to Wayfair.
Right, because how's that cabinet $13,000? Come on. No, they paying for a kid. $13,000 for that regular looking cabinet. What was it called? The Annabelle or something? It was on your stream yesterday. $13,000. Come on now. There's something else in that cabinet. It couldn't just be that cabinet that's $13,000. Because I can go to Overstock and probably get it for $100.
That's facts. That's facts. So, like I say, now that we've been led to believe this and everybody's, looking into this direction, don't stop looking into this direction. And as I told a truck driver, Peanut Nola 504 the other day, we got to start looking deeper, with the people that's actually making it possible to get these items to certain places. Look at the UPS, look at all FedEx, look at these various other places that's dropping stuff off or whatever. If they actually dropping some stuff off that's that damn heavy, you got to start side-eyeing these people, man. I'm straight up, because people are just getting stuff ordered all damn day. That's how confusing that it is. And I want to put this out here as well. While we're on the topic of Wayfair, I want to state this too. I want you all to think about, now that it's becoming damn near mandatory to go in any store without having a mask, think about within the next 3 weeks how difficult that it's going to be able to differentiate between people that are robbing the store,
right,
and people that are coming to shop in the store. Okay, I just want you to keep that in mind. Do you see where we're heading to with all of this right now? As crime elevates, we're going to have even more children that's going to be disappeared.
I went to the store. Well, actually, I was in the liquor store Saturday, and I'm thinking, I'm walking in, and this guy walk in. I'm like, this motherfucker looks like he finna rob this place. But you don't know, because they won't even let you in that particular liquor store without a mask. But I was thinking the same thing, like what you just said. How do we know? Even in the bank, like this is weird. It's weird.
And it's going to escalate. That's why I say, man, we got to be on point, man. We got to look at all of this stuff, man. Because the second that we turn our eye, it's gonna be another one to take place, man. Just like that. And I seen somebody put in the comments to say, yeah, that happened in NOLA. Yeah, that was a situation that took place in Shreveport, Louisiana, where a guy actually went into a store and he was told that he had to have a mask on. Upon him stating, he ain't have to wear a mask and all this other stuff, the clerk of the store opened fire on the guy. So now we're going to have justifiable shootings, assaults, and possibly murders only by way of people feeling like, yeah, it should be mandated that we wear a mask. So keep all of that in mind. Factor all of this stuff in together. Don't get off track, though. Don't get off track. That's why we here now. Let me mute up for a second. I got to go hunting for a second.
Okay. Wow. Right. Redbone. I was just like, I was tripping. I was like, is this? I mean, he was looking around. I was looking at his eyes. I don't look at people's mouth anyway. I always look at people's eyes, just to see, if they look at you or what they got going on. I'm not saying I could read their mind, but I always look at people in their eyes, and his eyes was just like looking around like he was getting ready to do something. And then it's 90-something degrees outside, and you got on a hoodie. Literally, it was 97 degrees. And he had on a hoodie. I was glad I was at the counter, because if I had just walked in that store, I probably would have left out. But you just don't know, because now everybody, like, they not letting you in that door. Now they hiring security guards and stuff. I didn't know that happened. What World was talking about when somebody shot him because he wouldn't have on no mask. But that's just another way to excuse to kill us, I guess. Hell, I don't know. And then it's not here in Georgia. They don't deliver liquor to your house. So it ain't like you can't just not go anywhere, store, bank. Well, I don't go to the bank. I don't. You can do everything, you know, online or in your car or whatever. Even make a deposit. You can make a deposit from your phone and add it later. So they give you a certain amount of time, but this shit is getting crazy. You don't know which way to look. It's just so much. They throwing so many daggers at us. Like you got to worry about these kids. Then you got to worry about hiding your face. You got to worry about who's gonna rob what. It's just so much stuff coming at us at once. Jeez. So that's why I'm glad. I don't know. I'm glad I be in the house 95% of the time. Not to say nothing can't happen to you in your house, but it's a less chance of you coming in here doing something to me than me going out there in these streets. It's just too much right now. And then here they go talking about they about to shut it down again, and which means what? Like what's getting ready to happen? It's a lot. It's too much. And then you got some people say, well, for who you're not supposed to walk around, live your life scared. Ain't nobody living their life scared. You just got to be aware of your surroundings at all times. They having a meeting here today, A-Lab, about these kids and schooling and stuff. But whether they're gonna do it virtually, which is good for some, but just think of the single mothers who gotta go to work. Like, and your kids are too little to be at home. And even if your kids ain't too little to be at home, they barely pay attention in the classroom. You know damn well they're not gonna sit in front of that computer and pay attention to no teacher. So I don't know what's getting ready to happen. And now, if you could be at home, if one of the parents could be at home, that's cool. I would, you know, with my
Crazy.
yeah, with one like back in the day, like me and my husband worked 2 different shifts, so it could have like if we had this same situation back when my kids were young, they would be at home because one of us was always at home. We worked 2 different shifts, but other than that, I don't know what to say. I don't know what's getting ready to happen. Like I said, all these daggers coming at us at once.
Yeah, they definitely coming at us at once, and like I say, it's been many people that have, offered advice on what everybody should do. I feel like at this point right now, what everybody should do is pay attention. We're all at different stages of learning in our lives, as well as adapting to our lives. And whether you know it or not, there's a lot of things that's going to be presented to you that may just be it might just have too much fucking truth in it for you to be able to grasp a hold of it. Because I'm seeing people now that's done been in denial, like, nah, man, ain't nothing going on, man. That's just some conspiracy stuff. Yeah, okay. Yeah, whatever, And now with this, like I told you about the guy, in the store, the clerk that wanted to open fire, on the guy and stuff like that or whatever. I'm going to see on whether or not if you could just mute up, and I'm going to see if I can play it. I think I may be able to get it unconditionally this morning.
Okay, if it starts messing up, I'll just drop off.
Okay.
All right.
You to the good. Yeah, you should be all the way to the good. And I'm gonna show you what happened with this clip. It's actually a short clip anyway, but I wanted to hunt it down so you see that I'm not capping right now. That it is real out here. And this is coming from Channel 6 News. Channel 6 News put it all the way down with this one right here. Like I said, I ain't know nothing about this right here. Till just the other day, and I said, "Wow, damn!" So people just opening fire type stuff like that or whatnot. Just how they moving. Oh my goodness, man! This right here.
Customer who refused to wear a mask. Good evening, I've got Dan is on assignment. In tonight's top story, police say this shooting happened after midnight Wednesday. Circle K.
Yeah, that's what it is. You gotta unmute. You gotta stay unmuted. Yeah, that's what it be right there. Yeah, it's gonna do that. Like when somebody else up here, whatever, and then when they don't mute up, like if they mute up, it just kills the jank. So hold on. Okay, we back like we never left. And like I say, yeah, it usually happens like that. You know, whatever somebody mute for whatever odd, strange, and unusual reason, which I ain't figured out yet. But, you know, we back to the basics again. Like I say, let me pull this back so you can hear exactly what was going on.
A clerk at a Shreveport convenience store is facing weapons and drug charges after police say he opened fire on a customer who refused to wear a mask in the store. Good evening. I'm Jackie Jovic. Dan is on assignment. In tonight's top story, police say this shooting happened just after midnight Wednesday at the Circle K across from the LSU Shreveport campus on Uri Drive. Police say 22-year-old Alvin Mitchell shot at the customer as the customer drove away from the store. There were no reports of any injuries. Police say they found marijuana on him.
Look at this shit, man. This shit is crazy. Done fired on him. Done fired on the maker. He done went up in the damn store and ain't had no mask on.
Mitchell, he faces several charges.
Look at, man, this is bugged out. So now we got the right to do this type of stuff or whatever. That's why I say, man, it's going to be a whole lot of agent provocateurs up out this Jim Jank, man. We got to pay attention to it, man. We got to watch it because it's a lot. As far as the stories that have developed and continue to develop right now, man, it's just too damn many. I be trying to snatch all of them at one time and then present it to you. But then, like always, I got to come back up in the building. You say you can't hear me? One time. Oh, yeah. See, you see, when people be saying that, I think a lot of y'all don't know how to refresh the live stream. I'm about to explain to y'all something. Okay, like when I sound choppy and stuff like that or whatever, I got to go out and refresh. A lot of y'all be lagging with the time when y'all listen to the live stream. So go up to the top, push the X on the right. Once you push the X, push the channel name. Go back to that, then click off that when you hit the X on that video, then click on the video. Then you will be in the present time then. That's all you got to do. Yeah, facts. But let me go ahead and then get back to work. Like I say, man, shout out to everybody that came through. Shout out to everybody that smashed that like. Shout out to everybody that got part 2 of Wayfair. My other demonstration was took down the other day. They didn't want this work. They didn't want this truth out here. So hopefully, you know what I'm saying, I get about 2 or 3 people that actually share the video so that we can bring awareness to even more people on social media. Shout out to Miss Meat 37 co-host for coming through. And like I say, we'll continue to spread this awareness, y'all.